Hey Aquarius, this is TC, your guiding chariot. Welcome to your new July reading. Oh, fun. Okay, this is going to be a timeless general reading for all Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Timeless because no matter when you find this video, whether it's this July, next July, summer, fall, spring, February, I don't care when, 2025, the message will be just as relevant then as it is the day of filming. It'll come to you when you need to hear it. Along with that, because this is a general reading, I do ask that you only take what resonates. If there's a piece of the message that doesn't fit, leave that on the table, take everything else. All right, my loves. I have been super into my animal decks lately, and I am kind of keeping things open and not really restricting these readings, so we're just going to have a lot of fun with my animal decks today. Or tonight for you guys. Yeah, I'm filming you guys at night. We'll see. So far, all the other ones have been filmed during the daytime. So let's see what comes up for you guys. Yes, perfect, Aquarius. This is perfect for you. So you guys got Giraffe, the visionary. I mean, literally, right? Literally. So the prompt reads, rise above earthly matters. Glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path. Stand tall in your self-worth and love with a big heart. Aww, Aquarius. I just want to give you a big hug now. That's beautiful. I love that. Absolutely love that. So, I will say, what was... I want to read the line again, because I thought it was perfect. You are able to see the right path. Glide through life with grace. Stand tall in your self-worth and love with a big heart. I think it's you are able to see the right path and glide through life with grace. That is the big thing. And of course you should stand tall in your self-worth. For sure. Because you are so powerful right now. And it's that inner knowing that I really want you to hold on to of your value and of your self-worth. And with that, firmly intact and instilled in you, which I'm sure it already is. Love you very much, Aquarius. But with that, it really is about seeing above all the mundane stuff that's happening around us. So you may have friends or family that are really going through it. Or honestly, you may just be surrounded by people who keep kind of like belly aching and moaning about all the stuff that are happening when you're like, hey, let's do something about it. Or hey, is it really that bad? Or hey, we just kind of have to muck in and get this done, until things, shift differently. But this work still has to be done. You belly aching about it isn't going to make it go away, isn't going to, make it easier to do. You're just stressing everyone else out and lowering everyone else's vibration when you could just muck in here with the rest of us. All right? There's a much higher perspective you carry right now, Aquarius. And I think it's just because how do I want to put this? It's a good thing, but it's like, you have this incredible ability to just be much more socially aware, right? Your perspective encompasses more than just you, right? And I know sometimes it doesn't seem that way, and you get a lot of flack for that, which is, not always well grounded, and people are just trying to project and throw stuff your way. But in this moment, you really are kind of taking more than just yourself into account, which is a beautiful thing, and more people should be doing it right now. And you, I think, are part of the expansion that's allowing that to happen. So, I almost want to say, if you guys, any of you, are dealing with pushback and struggling, with other people, know that you are in the right, but also know that you should be walking with grace. Be that example, right? It's not about, oh, you got a whole bunch there, and you had someone flip. There it is. Okay. I think this is plenty. Let's see what you got. Look, bottom of the deck right now. Owl. Secrets. I feel like this last one we're going to put here. So we're going to take this as special advice. Oh my god. And I'm going to kind of keep it a secret from you, because that's a great card. We're going to come back to her. Let's talk about these guys. So, nice. So the first one we got out, the only one that actually came up face up, was this Ten of Pentacles. Abundance, stability, right? To me, I think it's more so about the stability. Now, with the Ten of Pentacles, yes, it is abundance and wealth and all these wonderful material things. Could even have to do with family for sure with this Ten of Pentacles coming up. And a big thing with the Ten of Pentacles, it's very grounded and it's very stable, right? And it's something that is lasting. That's why we can bring family in here. This is something about generations. It's not just a wham bam flash in the pan type of situation. But with that, the Ten of Pentacles, doesn't really involve a lot of risk. Everything has been set up and calculated, and we know it's going to last for a while. So with that particular energy, you don't want to be ballsy. To me, that's almost echoing this idea of walking with grace and being stable and holding true and not being hyper reactionary, not being so quick to charge or pop off. Look at that, Ten of Pentacles. You also have the Nine of Pentacles. So strength and independence, right? This also has a lot of grace in it. Because the character in the Nine of Pentacles knows her worth, knows her value, right? She doesn't need anything else to support her. Doesn't mean that it wouldn't be nice, but everything she has, she's built on her own, and she's stayed true to herself and to her path. So again, we're getting that echoed to us. Here we have the Bat, which is the Hanged Man in this deck. So introspection, reflection. This is, to me, I don't really get the Dark Night of the Soul, but this might be you possibly facing your own inner darkness. But to me, I think this is you kind of dealing with and kind of struggling with the why. Because again, you can see above all the smoke and the murky stuff that a lot of people are still walking in. You can see past that. But then the conundrum is, why do people choose to be lost? Why do people stay, in the smoke clouds? Why don't they rise above it? Or why can't they see that this is more important than just themselves? Why don't they see that this affects more than just themselves? And that can be super frustrating when you're trying to stay positive and high vibe, or at least, having to confront, input from others and dealing with other people's voices when that is not the way. I also know that this is not a battle that I'm trying to fight, because it's pointless. But how do I keep my energy up when it's so draining to deal with what you're doing? And then at the same time, I can't even understand why you would do what you're doing, right? I feel like that's the struggle going on here with this Bat card. Yep. And then we have the Three of Swords, the Bluebird. So again, witnessing all this pain from your high vantage point, right? Where you're here sitting in this Ten of Pentacles energy, like knowing what's ahead, knowing that we can still make this abundance happen, having the comforts and the securities around you that you need. Yet there's this Three of Swords. Like, why is there still pain? Why is there still pain? You may even be feeling some of this yourself, especially those of you out there that are very empathic and pick up all that energy around you. But I think even just as an Aqua, like, you are witnessing this around you, and it's having an effect on you. And then again, you're wondering why? Why do we do this to each other? Why do we have to do this? Then we have Chimpanzee, Two of Pentacles, right? So then there's a bit of a juggling act, which we know. We feel this, we see this, now we're trying to weigh the two out, right? Then we have the Fool card. Many signs have gotten the Fool card. This eclipse energy is working very quickly for a lot of people. And this this Fool card for me, especially for you guys, it doesn't necessarily feel like a brand new opportunity. This card will pop up and people will talk about, oh, it's a new job, it's a new love, it's something new enters and you get to start fresh, right? Excuse me, I just had a little yawn. And it's this wonderful new opportunity that just sets you on a brand new path, which, I mean, it is, but for you it feels, yes, it's just as important and as transformative a shift. But to me, especially having it clarifying this Hanged Man, to me, this is a profound transformation in yourself, and possibly freeing yourself up from some of this pain and some of this back and forth that we're doing right now, just because of, I already know that this is the energy you sit in, this 10 and 9 of Pentacles, this strength and independence, right? And this very well-grounded and manifested energy. I already know that's what you're in, right? Whether it's a physical thing or just a state of being, that's already yours. That I'm completely confident in. where the not discrepancy, but where the imbalance is this is what I feel and what I know, right? Again, as the visionary here with giraffe, this is what I feel and what I know. So why does this still exist? There's literally no reason and no benefit to all of this monkey stuff. And yet, it's still here. How do I understand that or come to terms with that? Or how do I even begin to accept that when I know there's a better option out there? And if people would just not hold themselves in this energy, that's a big, big thing for you. But I think once you can accept that, and also not really, I don't know why I was going to say this, and I don't know why I stopped myself, but it's when you realize you don't have to own all of that. You don't have to own all of that, and you don't have to fix everyone. And sometimes fixing them isn't about going and telling them how to do things and redirecting them. Sometimes that's just about doing you. Living life the way you know it to be lived, and just being a visual example. A lot of times that's all it needs. Literally, that's all it needs. So that may be something to think about, my lovely Aquas. And that's where this new beginning comes in. That's where that shift comes in. So it's not necessarily about this brand new thing coming in and changing everything. It's about you kind of opening up and walking this new path, or taking the higher road, so to speak, you know, if I can be a little cliche. And then this bad boy, whale, judgment, all about the higher calling, all about that higher purpose. I'm gonna leave that up so you guys can see it, right? But that is all about, you know, lifting yourself up, right? Seeing things clearly. It's hearing that trumpet call from the heavens, right? This is your purpose. This is why your soul came here. So I know this is a big, big shift for you. One, because, I mean, your outcomes are 2 majors. You got a bonus of another major. Big, universal, big-time energies. So this is a big shift for you coming up. And again, it's because you're already so high. Your perspective is high. Your understanding is high. The clarity you possess is already there. But now it's you're in this moment where we're trying to balance and justify what we know versus what we're seeing in the world, because there's a bit of a discrepancy there, and it's just because other people are making different choices, and that's okay. That's up for them to make. They have to live their life that way, and I know you see a better way, and you honestly probably have a way to fix that and help them and heal them, but that's not always your job. Now, if they're open to it and want it and ask for it, of course. Like, why hold that answer to yourself? But again, it's not your job to try and make them get to that point. If they're not at that point already, that's fine. But that's what I said. Live your life the way you know how to live it, and just be a visual example. Hopefully they see that and be like, oh, how do I do that? I want to do that. I want to be like her. I want to be like him. That looks way less stressful than what I'm dealing with over here. Like, just saying. Alright, Aquarius, I'm going to wrap up your reading there. Beautiful reading. I'm going to have to go stick close to my Aquarius friends right now, because y'all on that good stuff. I love it. Alright, my lovelies, you take care. As always, thank you for all your love and support. Thank you for all the likes, comments, and subscriptions. If you're not already, hit that big red subscribe button down at the bottom. And as always, I'm thinking of you. Stay safe, stay sane, take care of yourself and those you care about during all these crazy, uncertain times. I'm sending you my love, and I will see you next week. Bye, Aquarius.